Morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to call to order the Blair County Board of Commissioners meeting for Thursday, December 4th, 2025, it being 10 a.m. I'd ask that you please all join me in a moment of silent prayer. If you please join me, stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Executive session announcement.
Thank you. We have two. An executive session was held on December 8th, 2025 at approximately 11 a.m. with the Commissioners, Chief Clerk, Assistant Chief Clerk, and Finance Director regarding two properties. An executive session was also held on December 3rd, had those dates backwards, 2025 at approximately 1 p.m. with the Commissioners, Chief Clerk, HR Director, and Assistant HR Director regarding two positions.
I'm sorry, the first date, what was the first date? The 8th hasn't happened yet. I thought you said December 8th.
Today's only the 4th.
I think I might have had a typo. That's why the dates were backwards.
Okay.
I'll have to look at the date. It would have been Monday.
So that was the 1st.
Mhm.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So could you say those again?
Yes, an executive session was held on December 1st, 2025 at approximately 11 a.m. with the Commissioners, Chief Clerk, Assistant Chief Clerk, and Finance Director regarding two properties. And an executive session was held on December 3rd, 2025 at approximately 1 p.m. with the Commissioners, Chief Clerk, HR Director, and Assistant HR Director regarding two positions. Now my dates are in order.
Thank you for the clarification. I'll make a motion to approve the Board of Commissioner meeting minutes for 11/2025. May I have a second?
Second.
Comments or questions? Hearing none. All those in favor? Aye. Also make a motion to approve the 2026 budget meeting minutes for 10/6/25, 10/7/2025, 10/8/2025, 10/9/2025, 10/10/2025, 10/14/2025, 10/15/2025, 10/17/2025, 10/21/25, 10/24/25, 10/28/25, 10/31/25, 11/12/25, 11/14/25, and 11/18/25. May I have a second?
Second.
Comments or questions? Hearing none. All those in favor? Aye. We'll now call for public comment, but it appears that we will have some public comment. So the policy of the Blair County is that you have 3 minutes to make your public comment. You must say your name. You must give your address. You must be a resident of Blair County or have a business in Blair County. That being said, public comment.
Okay.
Tonight you're coming up to talk.
Could have something.
We've already seen all these.
Ray Benton, Blair County Coroner. My office is located at 15257 Dunnings Highway, East Freedom. Commissioners, I've come to you today. You're going to be making a decision here on the agenda in reference to two contracts. One contract that we have in place is for the removal and transport of decedents for the county from my office. The second contract is for the storage of those decedents contracted for decedents of my office. I want to let you know that as the elected coroner, my job is not only to investigate deaths to determine cause and manner, but I talk for the people that can no longer talk for themselves and for the loved ones they leave behind. Today on this decision, I don't believe it's typed correctly on the agenda, but it says contracts. It says requesting approval to accept the withdrawal of contracts between Clear Creek Company for the removal, transport, and storage. That is correct. Clear Creek did submit to terminate both contracts. However, they very shortly afterwards after I talked with them, did send back the second letter saying that they would honor their storage contract till June of 2026. They did not wish to continue with the removal and transport. Because of the way the law is written, my understanding is that it resorts back to the second bidder. The second bidder for the cooler storage was Forest Library. This facility has been used before. You folks have all been made aware of issues that I've had at that facility. I provided you a packet today once again with photographs of that location. It's located within a 3-car carport. It's surrounded by junk vehicles. Most of the time it's dirty. It's found over the prior use to be out of the allowable temperature ranges for storage of bodies. It has no working security cameras, has no temperature warning systems, and at one particular point, a funeral director had found a body outside of the cooler, which is unacceptable. When you're making your decision here today, let's keep the people in mind, the families of Blair County. Let's make this a respectable place to place their loved ones, their decedents. I would not put my family, nor would I want to put your family at this location. So when you're looking at terminating a contract for the cooler service, it is an active contract. He wants to continue, and he will continue till June of 2026, bearing in mind that we are also purchasing our own coolers for our own location. So this would be a short bridge until that would happen, based on my figures.
Thank you. Any other public comment?
Well, I guess it's my turn. I'm Bill Force from Force Livery Service. That cooler that I put in,
Address.
723 Forced Lane. The cooler that I put in was put in for COVID, temporary, and it continued to operate. Yes, it's not the best facility, but it served a purpose. You know, you're going to get what you pay for. I don't know how else to put it. I've had issues with Ray, but I'm not into throwing mud against the wall, and I'm not going to do that. So that's my comment here, that I'll provide you the best service I can for the money I'm getting paid. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comment? Hearing none. Commissioner's comment.
Oh, it's me. Sorry. I was able to participate in CCAP's fall conference just before Thanksgiving, and wanted to announce that the CCAP membership picked 3 priorities to focus on for our legislative action during 2026. Those are continued advocacy for increased mental health funding for counties, a solution or help from the state regarding timely reassessments. I know several of our counties in our region are undergoing reassessments currently, and there are several more that need to reassess. And as we know here, that was a pain point for us in the past, so that was chosen as a priority. And the third one, I'm blanking on.
The third one, wait a minute.
It was actually listed first.
Yeah. Yeah. I just read them yesterday, too.
I'll get back to you with what the third one was. The one that was not selected, which my committee put forward, was help from the state in budget impasses, trying to prevent future budget impasses and preventing the detriment to counties that occurs financially when those happen. That was not selected as a priority, unfortunately, but it is something that we will continue to keep our eye on and support any legislation that would assist us there. But sorry.
Thank you.
My only comments have to do with history. Monday and Tuesday of this week were interesting days. One was the anniversary of the Boston Tea Party, and the other was the anniversary of the acceptance of the Bill of Rights, which is just interesting that they were close in time, like they were a few years apart, not too many, but just neat that they were both showing up in the beginning of December.
All right, thank you. Would you please run us through the consent agenda?
Thank you. We'll begin with Resolution 540, 2025, ratification of the 15 warrants that are listed. Section B, ratification of total payroll for the paycheck dated November 28, 2025, in the total amount of $965,198.46. Section C, we have 11 budget transfers to cover September 2025 fees from Simply Verified for pre-employment background checks. Section D, we have 8 budget transfers for the same pre-employment background checks to cover October and November 2025 fees. For the commissioners, we are naming 2 roads here in the Valley View Park for 911 dispatching purposes. The first one is requesting approval to ratify the naming of the roadway through Valley View Park as Pavilion Lane. And the second is requesting approval to name the access road from Pleasant Valley Boulevard to the Honorable Judge Fred B. Miller Soccer Field parking lot at Valley View Park to Judge Miller Way. Fort Roberto Association Board is requesting approval of the appointments of Maverick Fleck, Richard Sutter to the board. Requesting the approval of the reappointments of Jennifer Fleck, Helen Jean Sinal, and Stan Catala to the board. All terms are effective January 1st, 2026 through December 31st, 2028. Agricultural Land Preservation is requesting approval of the appointments of Maverick Fleck and Thomas Gerhart to the board for the terms of January 1st, 2026 through December 31st, 2028, requesting the reappointment of Samuel T. Lewis to the board for the term of January 1st, 2026 through December 31st, 2026, filling the remainder of Palmer Brown's term. The Hospital Authority, requesting approval of the appointment of John Getty to the board and requesting approval of the reappointments of Lisa Mancinelli and Shane Crawford to the board. All terms are effective January 1st, 2026 through December 31st, 2030. The Library Systems Board is requesting approval of the appointment of Sharon Erb to the board, requesting the approval of the reappointments of Marty Dombrowski and Susan Houston to the board. All terms are effective January 1st, 2026 through December 31st, 2029. Social Services Advisory Board is requesting approval of the appointments of Jennifer Drass and Benita Shreve to the board and requesting the reappointments of Christopher Cohn, Susan Franco, and Stephen Martinuska to the board. All terms are effective January 1st, 2026 through December 31st, 2028. And sections K and L are the resignations and terminations.
Okay, thank you very much. I make a motion to approve. May I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
I am an aye with abstentions to the payments to Hollidaysburg Borough, Julia Burke, Blair Senior Services, and Blair Health Choices.
Thank you. Staff reports and special business. 911. Emily?
911 surcharge reauthorization was the third priority.
That's it.
Remember that.
Yeah,
partway through
that's
the
right.
Consent agenda.
Yeah.
Sorry, didn't mean to jog your memory.
No, that helped.
Okay, this morning we're requesting approval of Exhibit A as an addendum to the existing multi-county agreement between the County of Blair on behalf of the Emergency Services 911 and RBA Professional Data Services for the regional computer-aided dispatch support for the period of August 1st, 2025 through August 31st, 2026, in the total fixed fee amount of $40,257.04.
I'll make a motion to approve Exhibit A as an addendum to the existing multi-county agreement between the County of Blair on behalf of the Department of Emergency Services 911 and RBA Professional Data Services for the regional dispatch CAD support for the period of August 31st, 2025 through and including August 31st, 2026 in the amount listed. May I have a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions? Hearing none. All those in favor? Aye. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Drug and alcohol. No one here for drug and alcohol. Okay, I'll make a motion to approve to submit the application for the 25-26 Intermediate Punishment Probation and Restrictive Conditions Grant number 47615, an intermediate punishment plan to the Pennsylvania Commission on Crime and Delinquency in the total grant amount of $315,000 for the period of July 1st, 2025 through and including June 30th, 2026. May I have a second?
Second?
Comments or questions? Hearing none. All those in favor? Aye. Assessment.
Morning.
Good morning.
I'm here today requesting approval for an amendment to my CAMA software subscription agreement between the County Blair and Vision Government Solutions for the implementation of a Data Scout web solutions to replace the previously selected Vision web hosting solution for public data access at no cost to the county.
Did you say no cost to the county?
I said no cost to the
Well,
I just
county.
want to make that
With these
clear.
people, they should be giving us something at no cost.
I'll make a motion to approve the amendment to the CAMA software subscription agreement between the County of Blair and Vision Government Solutions for implementation of the Data Scout web solution to replace the selected Vision web hosting solution. May I have a second?
Second?
Comments and questions? If you could, for those who have no idea what we're talking about, could you explain what this new CAMA software subscription, what it does for your office and how important it is for you?
The software subscription for the web hosting is important because it provides access to the public where they can access it maybe for a subscription fee, but also we provide individual access for each property owner so they can access their assessment data to verify the information is correct and and what their value is. It also, with the hope of providing the information free in the past, has been to the local library so people can access that instead of coming into our office to get the whole data set that we provide.
Thank you very much. All those in favor? Aye. Okay, thank you very much. Brian?
If I may, Commissioner, for Human Resources, the first item, we're going to hold that item while it was approved. There are some questions that Assistant Director Walters has regarding this particular policy. We will revisit.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Clarification.
For the second item, I am requesting approval of a memorandum of understanding between County of Blair and the Pennsylvania Counties Health Insurance Cooperative, PCHIP, to set aside $724,125 of our current reserves for the purpose of funding at 90% of our maximum premium rate for participation in the PCHIP funding model for the costs of our self-insured medical plan for 2026.
I'll make a motion to approve the MOU between the County of Blair and PCHIP to set aside $724,125 of our current reserve for the purpose of funding 90% of our maximum premium rate for participation in PCHIP funding model for costs of our self-insured medical plan. May I have a second?
Second.
Comments or questions? Could you explain in layman's terms what this means?
We are a self-insured medical plan, so we pay the costs of our employees' medical claims. But in order to get the best pricing rates, we participate in a consortium of counties through PCHIP, and it provides excess funding levels, surplus levels. It gives us a buffer if we have a bad claims year. And their actuarial teams work to determine the premium rates for each participating county each year. In terms of the funding, their actuarials project what our anticipated medical costs for our county is for the next calendar year. And then we have the option of funding at their 100% of their anticipated claim costs or at 90%. And historically, we have found that funding at the 90% rate gets us closer to target. And we've had, since this started in 2018, we've had one bad claims year where we had to pay the 10% difference. But otherwise, we typically end up getting some surplus fund rebates at the end of the year once the claim year is closed out. I
Okay.
don't know how layman that was, but
Nope, that's good.
So it's basically a risk pool, but for health insurance.
yes. And it gives us purchasing power.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Jim? Scott is here.
Okay. I'm requesting approval for the payment of the annual invoice received from epaymentnow.com for the printing and mailing of our 2026 dog license renewal notices in the total amount of $5,575.
I'll make a motion to approve the payment of the annual invoice received by ePayment Now for the printing and mailing of 2026 dog license renewal notices in the amount listed. May I have a second?
Second.
Comments or questions? Hearing none. All those in favor? Aye. So moved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. Scott? Good morning.
All right, so we are requesting approval to submit the Pennsylvania Commission on Crime and Delinquency Continuing County Adult Probation and Parole Grant application for fiscal year 25-26, and the total grant amount of $190,794. We'll note that this is an increase from the original projected award for this fiscal year, up from $161,132.
That's a good thing.
That is a good thing.
Okay. I'll make a motion to approve to submit to PCCD the continuing requesting approval. Oh, goodness. I make a motion to approve the PCCD continuing county adult and parole grant application for 25-26 in the amount listed. May I have a second?
Second.
Comments or questions?
I believe President Judge Kagreis was on the committee that worked on changing the formula that resulted in us receiving more money. So we just want to recognize and thank him for
Yes.
representing us in that effort.
Absolutely.
That's great.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Glenn? Glad you made it out of the valley.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Here today requesting approval of the quote dated November 18th, 2025 from Ludeman Construction LLC for the clearing of trees and construction of a stone retaining wall to support the ADA compliant observation platform overlooking the lead mine exhibit in the amount of $7,890. And these funds are from the 2025 Richard Suter donation.
Make a motion to approve the quote dated November 18th, 2025 from the Lallman Construction LLC for clearing trees and construction of the stone retaining wall to support the ADA compliant observation platform overlooking the lead mine exhibit in the amount listed. Funds are from the 2025 Richard Suter donation. May I have a second?
Second.
Comments or questions? I'd just like to make a statement that Richard Suter has been extremely beneficial to this county and to Fort Roberdeau. This is, I think, the second or third.
Second, with plans for a third.
Right. So at no cost to the county, he's ensuring that our history is preserved and it goes on. So we can't thank him enough for doing this. So all
Thank you,
those,
Commissioner. I'll share that with him.
please, all those in favor? Aye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Children and youth. Good morning.
We are requesting approval of the contract for consulting services between the County of Blair, Blair County Children and Youth and Families, and Matthew S. Wood for the period of December 4th, 2025 through December 31st, 2026 at the rates listed below. The in-person and remote consulting services will be $150 an hour. For travel, he'll receive $75 per hour of travel. The mileage is the IRS reimbursement rate of 70 cents a mile. And then the reimbursement for travel expenses, such as tolls, parking fees, and hotels, is as expended.
Okay, thank you. I'll make a motion to approve the contract for consulting services between the County of Blair, CYF, and Matthew S. Wood for the period of December 4th, 2025 through and including December 31st, 2026 at the rates listed. May I have a second?
Second?
Comments or questions? Hearing none. All those in favor? Aye. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
morning.
Good morning.
I have 7 contract renewals. All 7 contracts are for the effective period July 1, 2025 through June 30, 2026. And all 7 renewals are funded through the Human Services Block Grant. The first, requesting approval of the 2025-2026 renewal contract between the County of Blair and Skills of Central PA in the maximum amount of $300,000. Second, requesting approval of the 2025-2026 renewal contract between the County of Blair and Pearstar in the maximum amount of $15,000. Third, requesting approval of the 2025-2026 renewal contract between the County of Blair and Child Advocates for the period, in the maximum amount of $65,000. Next, requesting approval of the 25-26 renewal contract between the County of Blair and NAMI in the maximum amount of $90,000. Requesting the approval of the 25-26 renewal contract between the County of Blair and Health Opportunity, Purpose, and Empowerment, or HOPE Drop-In, in the maximum amount of $100,000. Requesting approval of the 25-26 renewal contract between the County of Blair and UPMC Presbyterian Shadyside, doing business as UPMC Western Psychiatric Hospital, in the maximum amount of $1,300,000. And finally, requesting approval of the 25-26 renewal contract between the County of Blair and UPMC Western Behavioral Health of the Alleghenies in the maximum amount of $2,200,000.
Thank you. I'll make a motion to approve the 7 contracts at the dates and times listed as well as the amounts listed. May I have a second?
Second.
Comments or questions? Just want to make clear, these are grant funded.
Yes. Human
No
Services.
cost to the county, not out of the
Correct.
general fund.
Yeah, the county match it. The county does have a small match in Human Services Block Grant, but that is it.
Okay, thank you very much. All those in favor? Aye.
Okay, the last thing I have on the agenda, requesting approval of a reciprocal agreement between the County of Blair, Blair County Department of Social Services, and Westmoreland County for a Blair County resident who is being discharged from the Torrance State Hospital to a Westmoreland County facility for up to a year after the discharge date. And upon completion of that year, Westmoreland County will assume responsibility for that resident. Also requesting approval for myself, Director, Blair County Department of Social Services, to sign said agreement.
I make a motion to approve the reciprocal agreement between the County of Blair, Department of Social Services, and Westmoreland County for Blair County resident who's being discharged from the Torrance State Hospital to Westmoreland County for up to a year after the date of discharge. I also make a motion to approve to authorize Tricia Johnson, Director of Blair County Department of Social Service, to sign said agreement. May I have a second?
Second.
Comments or questions? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioners.
Requesting approval for the award, rejecting, or rebidding of the bids received for the Convention Center Boulevard Brush Run County Bridge 86 project to RAM Construction Services of Michigan Incorporated.
I'll make a motion to approve for the award, rejection, or rebidding of the bids received from the Convention Center Boulevard Brush Run County Bridge 86 project to RAM Construction Services, Michigan, Inc. May I have a second?
Second.
Comments or questions? Hearing none. All those in favor? Aye.
Requesting the ratification of a letter issued to Brent Altmanschaffer, President of Phoenix Fire Company, regarding 2 parcels of land.
I'll make a motion to approve the ratification of a letter issued to Brent Altmanschaffer, President, Phoenix Fire Company, regarding 2 parcels of land. May I have a second?
Second.
Comments or questions? Hearing none. All those in favor? Aye.
Requesting the ratification of a letter issued to Phil Robertson Esquire regarding 1 parcel of land.
I'll make a motion to approve the ratification of a letter issued to Phil Robertson Esquire regarding 1 parcel of land. May I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Requesting approval of the agreement of sale between the County of Blair, Phoenix Volunteer Fire Department, and Michael and Samantha Joe Curdy for 3 parcels in the borough of Hollidaysburg.
It's only 1, isn't it?
It's actually 3 because 2 of those are Phoenix only and then 1 is Phoenix and Curtis.
Okay. I make a motion to approve the agreement of sale between the County of Blair and Phoenix Volunteer Fire Department and Michael and Samantha Joe Curdy for the 3 parcels in the borough of Hollidaysburg. May I have a second?
Second.
Comments or questions? Hearing none. All those in favor? Aye.
Requesting approval to accept the withdrawal of the contracts awarded to Clear Creek Company for the removal and transportation, as well as storage of decedents for the Blair County Coroner, effective December 3rd, 2025, pursuant to the letters received from Clear Creek Company dated October 3rd, 2025.
I'll make a motion to approve to accept the withdrawal of the contract awarded to Clear Creek Company for the removal, transportation, and storage of decedents, Blair County Coroner's Office, effective December 3rd, 2025, pursuant to those letters received from Clear Creek Company dated October 3rd, 2025. May I have a second?
Second.
Comments or questions? Hearing none. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Requesting approval to award the remainder of the contracts for removal and transportation, as well as storage of decedents for the Blair County Coroner to the second place bidder, Forced Livery Service, for the remainder of the contract period, December 4th, 2025 through June 10th, 2026. This is not a removal and transportation. I need to remove that from this item. Yep, so it's just the requesting of approval to award the remainder of the contract for the storage of decedents for the Blair County Coroner from December 4th, 2025 through June 10th, 2026, which is the remainder of the contract.
Thank you for the clarification. I'll make a motion to approve and award the remainder of the contract for storage of decedents to the Blair County Coroner to the second place bidder, Forced Livery Services, for the remainder of the contract period December 4th, 2025 through and including June 10th, 2026. May I have a second?
Second.
Comments or questions?
I want to make some comment here. I think in this, surrounding these contracts, we've had a lot of back and forth and a lot of changes over the course of the last few months of what the plan was and what we thought was going to happen. There was a period of time where I thought we had other options and would not have approved this. However, at this point, with our plans for the availability of in-county storage within the coroner's space, I am supportive of this because it is going to be a very short-term situation.
And because also make a comment that because of the company withdrawing its contract to store, we've now expedited what the coroner wanted, which is to purchase our own storage units, which was we approved already, which was in his 2026 budget, but we're expediting that to shorten that. So all those in favor? Aye. There is no old business. I'll make a motion to adjourn. May I have a second?
Second.
Next all those in favor? Aye. Next Board of Commissioners meeting will be held Thursday, December 11th at 10 a.m. at this meeting. Thank you.
We have